I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked they did it. Caitlin Clark has got Player of the Week for the Eastern Conference, averaging 25 points per game on near 50, 40, 90 shooting with 6.7 assists and 4.5 rebounds a game. I am shocked. I'm really, really shocked. And yeah, this is a big one. It's really, really is a big one because, especially in Caitlin's rookie year, there was all the talk about, they're trying not to give Caitlin awards, and they would give announce Sabrina Ionescu as Player of the Week while showing a Caitlin Clark highlight package. All of this stuff, you were like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. But finally, Caitlin Clark goes and wins the Player of the Week award. They were 3-0. She had a game winner. She tied a franchise record for most 30-point double-doubles. Oh, shit. I was about to say, I was like, is she not the only one? But, like, obviously, 30-point, 10 rebound double-doubles. Who would have that? Maybe Tamika Catchings. WNBA record for most 30-point, 10 assist games. 6th in franchise history in 3 points made. That's kind of crazy. She's been a season and a half in. Record 10 career games with 25 points, 5 3 points made, and 5 assists. Second most in WNBA history. Duh. Obviously, Player of the Week. Did the WNBA make a post about it? But is there? No, but like, I'm going to be honest. She had her first game winner, then had 2 of maybe her best 8 games of her career. Like, obviously. Like, it's one of those things where I want to see what the responses are. The Players of the Week. A'ja Wilson, 39, 2.7 blocks. Sure, especially as last night wasn't counted. Let's take a look at some of the quotes. The race for MVP, 22s. I mean, according to Hunter Cruz, Caitlin's 11th in the MVP race. That is still a wild take. I love Hunter Cruz. Wild take. Never a doubt. Oh, thank God. Thank God there's no crazy shit yet. This is obviously 15 minutes ago. But like, there's a 7-minute highlight tape of Caitlin Clark in the last week. That is mental. They got bored of giving Breanna Steward awards. If they gave Steward, like, Stewie got a Player of the Week for just baiting free throws. She literally got a player of the week because she shot 20 free throws against Fever. But yeah, it is. It's one of those things now where it is very much a case where Caitlin Clark has cemented herself back into the MVP conversation. Cemented herself back into the conversation where it's like, you know what? Even if she's not an MVP, guaranteed all WNBA spot. Like, there's no more who's the best player in the Indiana Fever. I'm gonna be real. There's no more of that, because it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, Caitlin Clark is it's actually Kelsey Mitchell's team, and if there's anyone in the Indiana Fever organization that thinks this is Kelsey Mitchell's team and wants to build around Kelsey Mitchell, please either leave your job or try to convince them to trade Caitlin Clark. It's got to go one of two ways. You either got to fully commit to the Kelsey Mitchell system, which is basically doing what you did last year. Maybe you can keep Aaliyah Boston, but if you replaced Aaliyah Boston last year with fucking, I'm trying to give just a random center. That's good. Who's like a good but not great center? Fuck it. Bree Jones. Bree Jones is great, but Bree Jones isn't Aaliyah Boston. If you replace Aaliyah Boston and Bree Jones, I mean this. If you replaced Aaliyah with Bree Jones, it like the Indiana Fever still would have been fine. If you replace Leo Bree Jones the opposite way, the Atlanta Dream probably win the title. But yeah, look, it is what it is. The narratives around Caitlin are always weird, where it's like she is always being judged at a much harsher level. It's funny because one thing I'll always say is that Caitlin Clark gets judged like an MVP, as in if she gives you 18, 6, and 8, and she shoots 38% from the field, and I don't know, goes 2 of 9 for 3, she's considered a bust and she sucks. And I'm like, that's a normal game for, like, that's a normal game for like a Ryan Howard. And people be like, oh, but like Ryan Howard isn't being called like, the MVP favorite. But I'm like, I mean, she's ranked higher by a lot of people in Caitlin Clark in the MVP race. So it's one of those things. But yeah, look, it's one of the funny things is like this was not one of, I would say it's probably maybe the third best week of Caitlin's career. I still think Caitlin Clark getting screwed coming into the Olympic break was wild. Not winning Player of the Week when she won, not winning Player of the Week when she won, or when she broke the record for most assists when she carried the team against Washington, and when they won the game against the Minnesota Lynx. And I just remember being like, how the fuck has this happened? How the fuck has this happened? And yeah, it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one to see. And then they gave her Player of the Week, I think, 3 weeks in a row. And I was just like, man, just give it to Kelsey Mitchell, one of them. And there was one of Kelsey Mitchell after like 27 a game. And it's like, I think they felt so bad about screwing over Caitlin. They gave her 3 in a row. I'm like, just give one to Kelsey Mitchell. And yeah, Caitlin Clark showing up this week like this into her Player of the Week. Eating some Sour Patch Kids with her hood up. Going on and winning her first Player of the Week since her rookie year. This is what you want to see. And look, I mean this. Caitlin is definitely a better player than she was as a rookie. I don't think she's playing better than she did in that stretch as a rookie. I don't believe she is. Because I do believe that she was given the keys fully and was impacting games in a way that it's been really tough for her to do since. But still, she's absolutely going to be one of the, like, when she gets the keys again, she's probably going to go and have the season that we all thought that she was going to have. But anyway, I'll see you guys.